that she refused to go back. I mean, I invited her several times. Nanny, come. I used to call her Nanny. Nanny, come to Puerto Rico. I'll put you up at the Ritz. It'll be great.
Sunny Hostin leaves The View. Her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, has been arrested following a jaw-dropping lawsuit accusing him of insurance fraud. Yes, you heard that right. The man, once celebrated as a top orthopedic surgeon, is now at the center of one of New York's largest RICO cases, a legal tool typically reserved for taking down mob bosses and organized crime syndicates. How did this power couple go from living a life of luxury to being embroiled in one of the most shocking scandals in recent memory? Let's unravel the story that has everyone talking. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin's career was once the epitome of success. As an esteemed orthopedic surgeon, he was trusted by countless patients and admired for his medical expertise. But everything changed when he was named in a December lawsuit alleging fraudulent billing practices. According to court documents, Hostin is accused of knowingly performing unnecessary surgeries and submitting false insurance claims in exchange for kickbacks and compensation. The allegations are staggering. Hostin is among nearly 200 defendants implicated in a massive scheme that defrauded insurance companies out of millions.
15 women have accused him. We've heard about the Stormy Daniels story, that he allegedly paid $130,000.
Were you pissed that she canceled on your show?
I was. Only because, we're a very supportive environment for women. I mean, I think any guest will tell you that. People are like, that looks like the lady from The View.
Right.
But if we're together, they know,
of course,
that we are there. And so we took about 50 selfies at intermission, and all of a sudden, we were surrounded by security, and we were telling them, no, we want to hear from our viewers. Like, we're cool with this. Like, this is wonderful that they love the show so much. It was kind of incredible.
This isn't just a minor legal hiccup. It's one of the largest RICO cases in New York's history, with claims that could destroy his reputation and career forever. But here's the kicker. His attorney has dismissed the lawsuit as baseless, calling it a desperate move by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors. So who's telling the truth? What makes this case so shocking is the use of RICO laws, normally associated with dismantling criminal enterprises like drug cartels or mafia organizations. The lawsuit accuses Hostin and his alleged co-conspirators of orchestrating a multi-million-dollar insurance fraud scheme involving falsified medical records, unnecessary procedures, and phantom surgeries. Patients who trusted Dr. Hostin now claim they were pawns in a high-stakes game designed to funnel millions into the pockets of those involved. Investigators allege that Hostin exploited New York's no-fault insurance laws to bill for surgeries that either never happened or were completely unwarranted. If proven true, these allegations could lead to devastating consequences, not just for Dr. Hostin, but for everyone implicated in this intricate web of corruption. And yet, this is only the beginning of their troubles. Section Sunny Hostin, known for her sharp legal analysis on The View, has found herself in an unfamiliar role, defending her family against public scrutiny.
All of those trials and tribulations. And so I tried to find that balance because we live these robust lives. Women are really complicated. And I think I found that balance and I struck that balance. And I just wanted to make sure that I showed how, what complexities and complex creatures we are as women. You can't write a book about women if you don't write about our complexities. I was reluctant to share it, actually.
Why?
I will tell you. Because I knew that it would get pickup. I knew that it would be Sunny Hostin from The View. And
so what?
I know.
But this happened to you. You weren't lying.
It happened, but I will tell you, right after it happened, I went over to Joy Behar's house. And she said, what's wrong with you? You're not your usual self. And I told her, and she said, we're talking about this on the show.
She has vehemently denied the allegations against her husband, calling them an attack on their integrity and accusing the insurance company behind the lawsuit of targeting them due to her celebrity status. But critics aren't buying it. Many argue that Sunny's outspoken stance on morality and justice makes the scandal even more damning. How can someone who built their brand on exposing corruption now find themselves entangled in such serious allegations? The irony hasn't been lost on viewers or her detractors, and Sunny's attempts to distance herself from the case have only fueled more speculation. As if legal troubles weren't enough, rumors have surfaced that Sunny and Emmanuel Hostin have filed for bankruptcy amidst mounting lawsuits and financial strain. Once seen as a power couple balancing media influence and medical prestige, their empire now appears to be crumbling under the weight of scandal. Reports suggest that their lavish lifestyle, complete with designer wardrobes, luxury real estate, and extravagant vacations, may have been sustained through questionable financial dealings. Insiders claim that filing for bankruptcy could be a strategic move to shield their remaining assets from creditors and legal fees. But is this truly about financial necessity, or is it another chapter in their increasingly complex legal saga? For years, Sunny Hostin has been a voice of authority on The View, offering sharp commentary on legal issues and social justice topics.
He taught me, all the mathematical tables, and by the time I got into third grade, the teachers said, she's just passed all the standardized tests up to 12th grade. We've got to move her out. So I moved. They found a place for me in Manhattan, right? They had a vision of how do we create community and create a space where we are welcome in a country where we are not welcome. And I think that was the goal, has been the goal, and they have really maintained that goal.
But now, she finds herself at the center of a scandal that threatens to overshadow her career entirely. How does someone who built their reputation on calling out corruption navigate being part of such a public controversy? Critics have pointed out the hypocrisy in Sunny's situation, especially given her history of polarizing remarks about race, politics, and accountability. Her detractors argue that her moral authority has been compromised, leaving her vulnerable to public backlash like never before. This case isn't just about one doctor. It exposes what some see as systemic corruption within the healthcare industry itself. Investigators allege that Dr. Hostin was part of a larger network involving other doctors, medical billing companies, and even hospital administrators, all working together to exploit loopholes in insurance laws for financial gain. The accusations paint a grim picture of an industry where patient care takes a backseat to profit margins. For many viewers, this case raises uncomfortable questions about how widespread these practices might be, and whether anyone can truly trust their healthcare providers. Sunny has never shied away from making bold statements on The View, often sparking heated debates with her co-hosts and audience alike.
Listen, I think that after 2 years of a Trump presidency and a Trump administration, I think during the midterms, there will be a referendum on the fact that he is likely to tear apart families. These crazy tariffs are going to inure to the benefit of no one, especially the working class and the middle class. I think once the economy starts tanking, and it may not happen in 2 years, but it certainly will happen in 3 years, according to economists.
From blaming Trump's election on uneducated white women to advocating for reparations as a solution to America's racial divides, her commentary has always been polarizing. Now, critics are using her own words against her, arguing that someone so quick to call out others should have been more vigilant about what was happening within her own household. Beyond the fraud accusations against Dr. Hostin, rumors have emerged about financial misconduct involving both Sunny and Emmanuel. Allegedly, the couple engaged in questionable dealings to maintain their image of elite success, a facade that included luxury homes and extravagant vacations, funded by dubious means. Court documents reportedly reveal liabilities far outweighing their assets, suggesting that even Sunny's lucrative salary from The View may not be enough to dig them out of this financial hole. This scandal doesn't just affect Sunny, it could have repercussions for The View itself. As one of its most prominent co-hosts, Sunny's credibility is crucial to maintaining the show's reputation as a platform for informed debate on current events.
You really did, and you were like, I heard you coming on the show, and I was like, yeah, I'm joining the show. She was like, did they give you car stipend? I was like, no. Did they give you this? I was like, no. I was like, let me get my deal sheet out, and you basically went over your salary for the entire time you were there, and you also gave me Jenny McCarthy's salary. That she refused to go back. I mean, I invited her several times. Nanny, come. I used to call her Nanny. Nanny, come to Puerto Rico. I'll put you up at the Ritz. It'll be great. No desire.
Yeah.
Zero. And no desire to talk about her time there, really, either.
Well, all of this loss occurred before the age of 12.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, actually. I can't imagine that.
With public trust in her waning, producers may face tough decisions about how to handle this controversy moving forward. So where do Sunny and Emmanuel Hostin go from here? Legal experts predict years of court battles ahead as they fight to clear their names, or at least mitigate the damage done by these allegations. For viewers, this case serves as a stark reminder that even those who seem untouchable can fall from grace when greed and corruption come into play. Sunny Hostin built her career on holding others accountable, but now she faces accountability like never before. Her husband's arrest has shattered their carefully curated public image and left them fighting for both their reputations and financial survival. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. No one, not even Hollywood elites, is above scrutiny when it comes to justice.